This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. Hello.
Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I was just speaking on mute, I think. So what I was saying that yeah, previously we were discussing about a pipeline, right? So we've
Yes,
seen the
yes.
basic of pipeline, right? Like a
Yes.
classic editor pipeline, ML based pipeline and all.
Yes.
Today we'll see more like a advanced level of a ML based pipeline, like how we can write and all these things. So you know now how to generate a pipeline and all, and
Yes.
we'll see how we can create like a different. So here I've created. Let me. Where is your project? Raghu? Hope you have practiced it right.
Yeah, little bit, not fully.
Okay, because you're almost like a 30 to 40% is over.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Uh, Let me go to that somewhere. I have committed some code like a created some pipeline in the weekend. I'm searching where I have kept that. I've kept it here. Yes, see, okay, I'll just explain you this pipeline. I'll keep so you can use this pipeline, even you can copy paste also, and this will be exactly used in your project. Okay, I'll explain you here like okay. Okay, branch in the main branch, right? Where was our pipeline code? This one DevOps. Now I'll create one file, same file called pipeline hyphen stage dot m. This will have the stage in the pipeline. So I'll explain you. Okay. Let me close this. Now see, you can define a parameter. Okay, so I explained it before. Same pipeline can use to deploy it into the multiple environment. right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So if we'll see that what are the environment we have created, okay, I'll explain you first, then we'll see that what are the environment. So see the parameter. Now in case we have seen that if you have added this thing, right, um, the agent pool, right? So in case suppose if you have a multiple agent, okay, inside the agent, okay, if you have a multiple agent inside a agent pool, how we can give a choice in your pipeline, right? So suppose if you have a 4 and 5 agent, right? So if you want to run your pipeline on a specific agent and all, and this what you can do, you can parameterize this you are saying that the format, right? So first thing, parameter is nothing but it is a like kind of a runtime argument, okay? So whatever you, if you are defining in the parameter now, you can select that during execution of your pipeline, okay? So once you'll run this pipeline now, we'll get this as a option. I'll create the pipeline, it will show you. So see, I've given the parameter like a name of image. This is my agent image. So suppose if you want to use the Windows agent, Ubuntu and all, so I can define it all the value here. Okay, so user have these many options. Okay, so if they want to run this pipeline on agent, which operating system is Mac, he can select the Mac one. If you want to run on the Ubuntu, he can select the Ubuntu and all. So it will give the user flexibility to the user, right? And the other thing is, other important thing is he don't need to change the code, right? He can just it the option will be available, he can just drop it down and select this. Okay, he don't need to change the code again. He didn't need to touch the ML pipeline and all. So and if you see now this environment, I have declared this environment, right? Dev, pre-productivity, prod and all. So suppose if, so see, if based on the environment, right, I can use the same pipeline to deploy into the multiple environment, right? So whatever the environment I'll select, it will deploy into my like a same environment. And your config file means your parameter will be based on the environment. So suppose if you are using a client ID, then it will be based on the environment and all. Okay, and see you can include the dependency here, string false and all, if you want to use any dependency and all. Now yeah, I'm giving the stages, right? So first I'll write the status CI stages. So I'll give the CI pipeline, okay, CI pipeline. A
Pipeline.
stage name I have given the CI pipeline. So what the CI job is, it has to build your code, right? So see what I'm giving this. So if you'll see my structure, how I have defined that, I've defined the stages. Inside the stages, we have a multiple stage, right? If you see if you see I have these stages, right? Inside the stages, I have one stage, this one stage, and then I am using this another stage here, like a stage one, this one, right?
Okay.
And inside a stage, we have a job. One is a job, then we have a job name. This is nothing but job name, display name. Okay, so inside a job we have a multiple job, right? So I'm using this one job build. Another job is like now inside a job, what I'm using, we have a step, right? Inside a steps we have a task. So we can have a multiple as inside a stage, we can have a multiple stage, and every stage needs some job. Inside a job we can have a step, inside the step we can have a multiple tasks. So this is the format, right? So now if you see, I have declared this like a parameter dot image where I want to run this pipeline. So whole this, so this is the common, okay, and this because this is the CI pipeline at this stage. So this agent, whatever attack, suppose if I have configured 4, 5, 6 or 7 tasks in as a part of my CI pipeline, all the 5 tasks will run on this agent. Whatever you will select this data parameter image. So we have defined it here, right? The image. How we have defined it here, the name is parameters and dot image, the name of this. So if you see it carefully, we have this parameters dot image, and this is nothing but this is the variable declarations in the ML. So if you want to declare any variable, you have to give this a dollar and like a curly bracket. So this is the standard. So how we have to define this? This parameter is parameter and dot image. If you write it, the name is as a image. I have given the. You don't have to confuse the display name. Okay. So suppose if I have defined it like images, you can define it as per your convenience and also. I need to provide it here parameter dot images rating. Okay, like this.
Okay.
And now I see in the first thing what I am doing, I am copying a file. So where is my source? Is infrastructure. So we don't have infrastructure in our repository. That what we have.
Info.
What we have? We have infra only, right?
Yes. Okay.
So if you see here, I have infra only. So I will write down the infra only. So this is my like a source folder, source folder, right? And I'll copy all these things. So I have given the content, everything that is star and then target folder I am keeping as the artifact staging. I've defined that build artifact directory, right? Now if you see this, this is the variable, right? build.artifact.directory. Now I'll see then again inside a step you have seen this thing we are publish to artifact, then I'm taking for build.artifact. So this is the pipeline variable, and here I'm defining artifact name I am defining. So what the artifact name it will be, parameter.environment slash I'll give that artifact. Okay, so if I'll select the dev, it will create a dev artifact, dev hyphen demo artifact, right? If we deploy my code into test, then it will create test hyphen demo hyphen artifact, because my artifact should be different based on the environment, right? So how I can do that? This parameter dot environment value will differ based on the environment which you'll select, right? Based on your input, right? So your artifact name will also it will create based on your input. Like this we can differentiate on the basis of the environment. Getting right what I am trying to explain here? You will see the
Yes. Yes.
artifact name, how I have defined that parameter dot environment, then
Parameters.
I have hard coded this. So this value will be common hyphen demo dot hyphen artifact. Now in parameter dot, if I'll deploy it into the dev, the name will be dev hyphen demo hyphen artifact. If I will deploy it into the test, the name will be test hyphen demo hyphen artifact. Now I'll give this like a CD pipeline. I'll define the stage as a CD pipeline. Okay. Now I have given the name as a deploy because that was the build. So I have given the name as a deploy. Then here is the
Deploy.
deploy. And parameter, now it should be images, right? Because I have defined their images. Then parameter, the pools is not there. Okay. So I need to comment this because parameter that pool is not there. Demand urgent equal to parameter dot urgent. This thing is not there. So I'll only give parameter dot image, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because I'm not defining
Mm.
that pool. If you want, you can define the pool also. Let define the pool. Okay, so that we'll understand. So I'll copy this. Okay, pool, right? Pool, right? Display name is urgent pool. Okay, string. Okay, type and then default and value I have to give. Not this much. Default will be my this one. I'll select the agent from here. Go into your repository only. We have a two agent pool, right? How many agent pool we have? Agent pool. Azure pipeline. Okay, I'll select
Okay.
this. So my default will be this one, Azure pipeline, right? And then the value will be this first one thing, the Azure pipeline, and then second one will be this, the private one which we have created, right?
Yes.
See, so I user have two options here. I'll show you that. Okay, we'll only create. Okay, let it be. Now in that case, full will be VM image name. Then we can have this CI pipeline. We can have this name as a parameter that pull, right? This is not equal because now I have defined that. Okay, and if you see, I'll define this VM image. Okay, name will be parameter dot full demand side. Now it will download from the artifact. Again, will artifact. Again, it will be artifact name is this one. I'm installing here Python. I am running some script path test.py. Okay, so I need to create some like a test.py py thing, right? So suppose what I'll do, I'll create a okay. See, if you want to run this Python script, I'll show you. I'll first comment this. I'll run this, okay, and then I'll uncomment this. So I'm commented this, okay. This tags. I'll show you how we can call any script and all. At first, we'll test this pipeline, okay. Now we have to see what all the environment we are using. This environment should be available. We are using dev, preprod, EVT, and prod. Will this reduce the environment? We'll just use the dev, test, and prod. Okay,
Okay.
dev is the default one. Uh, go ahead and verify the environment. So where is the environment here? Right in pipeline environment. So we have a dev, dr, and test. So we
Test.
have a dev is there, test is there. We will create one prod,
But
right?
okay.
Now I'll checks approvals and checks. I'll keep my name. Just make sure that this option is ticked. So what this option will do, so suppose if you are enabling this option, you will be able to approve your own pipeline. So suppose if I'll disable this, if I'm running the pipeline, I'll not be able to approve my pipeline. See, it is saying that allow approver to approve their own run, right? So
Yes,
just
yes.
make sure this option should be enabled. I've created this. I'll go. I'll check the approvals is in place. Okay, I've given this approval is in place. Now I'll create a pipeline. Okay, you tell me the step if I want to create a ML based pipeline. What is the step?
Mm. Yeah. Azure
This one.
repository.
I have to
We
select
need to
this
select
repository. Then
anything. YAML exist path
right,
pipeline
this
state.
one is my
Yeah.
path.
Review. Okay.
Now I can edit. If I want to edit my pipeline name, how I
Plain
can do that?
area.
Come here, like a trigger. Okay, it will allow me to edit this demo multi
Yeah.
stage pipeline, right? Multi
Yes. Stage
stage
pipeline.
pipeline. Okay. I'll disable this. Disable this. You know, like a CI concept now, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, okay, if any changes will be there, it will automatically detect based on the commit ID and it will run that, right?
Yes.
So that now I have committed that. Now, if you want to search this pipeline, how we can search? Go to the pipeline all
Pipeline.
section. See this demo multi-stage pipeline. Now, if I'll run this pipeline, I think we have some error, right? So this need to be fixed. So what it is saying,
At
how
line
will debug
21.
this? Line 21, column 3.
Country.
Okay, so it is not expecting some indentations here or something. So you can go here, line 23, line 21 or 23, line 21.
21.
Okay, this value should, the default is the default is a predefined word. Right, this was what the issue, right?
Yes.
Because the space was missing. So I committed this. Now I'll try to run this pipeline once again. Run pipeline. Now see, now, if you'll see this, we have an agent pool, right? So now we have a choice. If you want to run this Azure pipeline, you can just select this Azure pipeline because by default we have given this Azure pipeline. So by default this is taking us. If you want to run on the private, we can select this. Now we have a images is here, right? We can select the image. We want to Ubuntu latest is the latest one. If you want to run on the Ubuntu 16.4 Mac and all, we can select this, right? So user have now option, right? They have an option, right? They can do and all. If now if you want to deploy into the test, then they can deploy select the test. If you want to deploy into the prod, they can select the prod, right?
From.
So they also
Okay.
have if they will take this in the dev, it will apply into the dev. It will like include dependencies file, right? Now if you'll see the stage also, right? If you want to run, suppose if you want to run only CA stage, right? You can just disable this and run the CA stage, right? If you want to run both, you can just select this and all. I'll show like a various run. See, now our pipeline is coming like this, right? Two stages.
C.
One is the CI pipeline, one is the CD pipeline.
Okay.
So
Pipeline.
once the CI will be completed, then only CD will start, right?
Okay.
See, this has completed, right? Now if you see this has completed, it has failed. Why? Please have published the artifact in any previous phase of the current build. So it is having some issue in like
Ish.
a getting a artifact, right?
Yes.
So it having some issue in like getting an artifact. So let me see. Why? What is the issue? Have you got the issue?
484.
What is the code issue like? That is the that you have to debug, right? So so by seeing a error, what it is saying? Right? Because I'll show you the error, you have to tell me that what is the issue. So once you'll get a issue, you'll learn many things, right? What it is saying. it is saying dev IACC artifact not found. Okay,
Okay.
it means
The
what in build what the artifact had generated. In build it has generated artifact, right? If you
artifact.
see here, it has generated dev demo artifact, right? Now
Yes.
we are looking here for dev IACC artifact. So obviously it will not be there, right? Because we are publishing here into the artifact name demo artifact. Here we are
Okay.
trying to download it from the ICC artifact. It
See
will
that.
not be there, right?
Yeah, it will be
So it
there.
should be demo.
Demo. Yes.
Yeah. I think it has gone into queue. I think other is running. It has went into queue. Right. You're getting right. Using ML, we can
Yes.
customize anything, right?
Yes.
Now, if you see this time, it is able to download, right? So it has downloaded this. Now, if you see, because we have selected this like a dev environment, so it has created the dev artifact. If you see here the artifact name, it has created the dev artifact, right? And it had copied everything because we are copying everything. Now we'll go ahead and do this. We'll run the same pipeline with the different kind of like a the selections, right? Because it is giving you that this time we'll run with this test environment. Okay, this time I'll run with Ubuntu 16.4. Okay, then first run this. I think Ubuntu 16.4 is not there. The remote provider was unable to process the request because Ubuntu 16.04 is not there. Cloud hosted. So let me try with this. Run new. Windows latest. Okay, let me try this time with the Windows latest. So this Windows latest Ubuntu 16.04. What are they? I have explained you right starting while discussing the agent. These are nothing but the operating system of agent, right?
Yes.
We can
Okay.
add your Windows Server also add agent and all, right? So this is nothing but operating system. So suppose if you have any special requirement, if you want to run something, like suppose if you are doing anything related to the Docker build and all, okay, we know like a Docker is more compatible with the Linux, and also if you'll build on the Linux VM and all, it will be much faster and quicker. What you can do, you can just select the Ubuntu, yeah, we can even select like a Ubuntu latest and all as a artifact. Now this time we have run this with the in like a test environment. So if you go here and check this, it has created the artifact name as a test hyphen demo hyphen artifact, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll run the same pipeline, but this time what will happen if you select only one? Suppose I don't want to deploy it. I just want to build my code. Okay, I just want to build and check it. What I'll do, I'll commit here, I'll uncheck this option. Okay, I'll use the selected state and run. So so what will happen?
It will run.
It will run only my build pipe and it will skip the deploy part.
Deploy. Okay.
So this is the real-time pipeline, right? In our project also we are creating like this only. See, skipped, right? Getting right.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now I'll show you the other type of pipeline also. It's not a I think. Yeah, I think I kept it here. Okay, I'll select you this one with the approval mechanism. Okay,
Okay.
so here I'll create the table. I'll create a new file. So this is the exit code here. Pull select your private agent. Default I'll give Azure pipeline. Dev test prod only. So because we have only dev test prod,
Yeah.
and then agent is like a display like a private Linux and hosted agent. This one default. What is the agent we have in this? So the value need to be compared because if you give any other value, now it will fail. Like it will say not found, right? Azure pipeline. What is the agent name here? You have hosted agent, right? Hosted agent. I'll give this as a default value. Hosted agent. I'll just remove this part. Trigger equal to none, it means I'm not enabling the auto trigger. Okay, that's why I've given trigger equal to none. See here, if I want to use the variables like a group variable groups, that part I'll comment, I'll show you we have two things left out, how to define the variables in the pipeline. That is the only thing. There is a three way of defining a variable. And then infra ci build pipeline agent name is equal to, I have given this copy file path, check check out infra what I am giving the source folder. I'm so this time if I'll see, I have defined the source folder as a variable, right?
Okay. Variable.
Able to see, right?
Yes.
Source path is variable. Then build that. Then I am publishing this artifact. Now if you see that I have defined like this parameter dot environment agent name and all, and if you'll see this, I have configured it runs only once, runs one deploy stage and also. It means this is the deployment thing. Okay. Parameter environment infra artifact. What we are doing here, the parameter environment infra artifact only. Right now, if I see, I have made this file path as a variable, right? So how I need to define it here? So if you see here, like I'm source code path, right? I'm not hard coding anything. I've just made it as a variable, right? So what you can do it here, we can copy this. Okay, this is how we can pass the variable in your pipeline. Just copy. So you can define anything. Okay, you can define this one also, like a source path. You can remove the code, can like a source file. Whatever you are defining as a variable, we have to declare this variable, right? So I have explained you, right, in a starting select you can pass the pipeline variable in three way, right? What were that? First thing you can pass as a pipeline variable, right? Second thing you can create a variable group, right? Third thing you can put that in AKB Azure keyboard, right? The three thing.
Yeah.
Now we'll see that how we can pass this in our pipeline. So we have defined one variable, right? So what I'll do, I'll just copy this variable. I will create this pipeline, form pipeline. Let me disable this because it will keep on running. Auto trigger is enabled. The pipeline, new pipeline to report demo existing form that pipeline. Form pipeline. I have given the form multi-stage pipeline. Okay, I override this parameter, disable it.
Yes.
Now I will go here. Okay, I always go here and see the
All
classic
wrong.
pipeline. I'll create one new folder, ML
Mm,
based pipelines.
pipeline.
Okay, how we can move this? Now we have this one is the ML based pipeline, right? For my stage, this is the ML based pipeline. So we can rename your move. We can select the folder ML based pipeline,
Pipeline.
right? It will move to this
Same.
one. Now we have this one also is the ML based pipeline. So I'll rename move. I'll select this folder ML based
Aml.
pipeline. Right now this one is also ML based pipeline.
You cannot select in multiple ways.
No, we cannot select the multiple pipeline. Okay, now we have this one is a tax group. So create one for tax group pipeline. This is the arrange so that we can manage your pipeline because if you will be many pipeline, if you want to search, it will be quicker, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have a ML based pipeline. Inside ML based pipeline, we have a Palm pipeline. Right. Now I'll try to run this. Okay. See the Azure pipeline. We have the same dev environment, hosted agent. We have consider configure. Here you can select anything and see.
Environment.
Now
Say dev
environment you
or
can
test.
select anything. Dev,
Okay.
test, prod. Anything you can select. Even you can select your if you want to use your private pool agent, you can select this. Default you want to use the Azure pipeline, you can select this one also. If you want to run this pipeline for the dev environment, you can have a dev. Then hosted agent, we can have a hosted agent, and then like stages to run, we have a infra CI and CD. Oh, I am running on both. See, we have the same thing. So what is different in this pipeline is now this pipeline will fail, right? This pipeline will fail a pass.
Failing. Why
This
it's
pipeline will
failing?
fail. Why? Because we have not defined our see error, not found the source folder, right? See, if you see, we have defined as a
Yeah,
variable source
like
path.
we
Yeah.
changed the source part, right?
Yes, we have not. So how to we can pass this as a pipeline variable. Okay, edit this. Okay, variables. Okay, new variables. Okay, our path is infra, right? Infra, right? Now I've
Yeah.
defined this. So I am defining it here. So what is the advantage? So if my path will change, I don't have to change the pipeline. I'll come here. I can change this the variable only, right? So this is called this is called a pipeline variable. So we can define a pipeline variable. You can run it. So now we'll run this pipeline. Now we have provided this pipeline variable. We'll go with the default one. We'll see what is happening. Whether this time it is able to download. It is able to check out the code or not. See, this time it is able to check out the code, right? See,
Yes.
it has now we'll go ahead and check, see this, the artifact generated. It has copied everything, right? Now, if you look to this pipeline is not started the next stage, right? Why?
Yeah. Because we did not given. Okay,
What we
permission
didn't
needed.
even.
Sorry, permission
Yes,
needed.
because we have enabled these checks, right? If you see here the environment, right? Because I have declared in the pipeline see the both pipeline look same, but they are just slightly different in the pipeline. What I have explained you, the first difference is here we have defined it as a variable, right? We can pass how to pass the variable. Second thing, we can set up the approvals mechanism also. For that, we have to call the deploy stage, right? Because we are deploying only one time. So if you see here in here, if I'm using this environment, I have this one approvals checks and all, right? All the approval must
Yes.
approve this one. So I'll go to the pipeline, view it here, format. Now I'm getting approval. Now I have approved this. So if we'll approve, it will start running the pipeline. See, it has started, right? So
Yes.
what will
Yes.
happen if I'll reject it?
It will stop.
It will fail. It will say the check didn't pass. I'll try to. So we will explore all the option now. Okay. This time I'll not approve it. I'll reject it. See, it is saying it didn't run right. It has failed. It has marked as a failed, right? We'll see. It is showing a one check fail. So it will say approval environment which one dev. This is the environment one. So here they have given the link also. Now if we'll go to this environment now, we'll see the deployment all this. So see. we have a successful deployment one, we have which we have run it, right? So it is saying, so you can edit this also. If you want to edit the name, let me giving you the access pipeline permissions. See this in so this environment I have given this as a this is the my pipeline is showing like pipeline permission getting right. So
Yes, yes.
likewise we can do that. And also suppose if you don't want to set up a approval mechanism, what you'll do, what you have to do, you can delete it from here, right? So suppose Dave is
Uh,
there na approvals and check. So I don't want any approvals and checks. I'll just delete it. It is not allowing me to say what disable. Okay, I have disabled it. Now we'll go and run our pipeline. Will say so. This is how we can build and release your code. Okay, I'll explain you how we can call the external, like if you have a Python file, if a testing script, and how we can integrate in your pipeline. That I'll explain you tomorrow. Okay, post that we'll pipeline will be almost over. We'll jump into our next topic like infra as a code. So we have covered like a plan project planning tools, then we have covered the code, we have covered the build and deploy, then we'll cover the infra as a code. After that I'll cover the operate and monitor. Okay,
okay.
so now if you see it has not asked my permission, right? It has completed by its
Yes,
own.
yes. On its
So this is like the things. Okay, you do practice, and you can copy this code exactly the same things you can use in your organizations also. This exactly the same thing, no changes. Even we are using this pipeline structure in our live project. So
okay.
this is I've given you the exact code. Only thing, see here, I'm running this Ansible, right? So once I'll explain the Ansible now, we can see how we can run the Ansible and all. So that I have given you all the basic concept of like a pipeline. All these are the mandatory step, right? If you want to add the more stage and a step, more tags and all, you can do it. So this the base formation is provided. You can add multiple tags. I'll show you like how you can run the Python file and all, how we can run the inline script, how we can run any AZ command and all tomorrow. After tomorrow, the pipeline section will be over. Then we'll jump into like a infra as a code. Right, we'll discuss the Terraform. First, we'll discuss the Terraform, then Ansible, and all. We'll see how we can create. Now we have created the VM, right? Azure Virtual
Terraform is
Machine and all
like
that.
it's in Azure or it's at the
Terraform is infra as a code.
infra is a
A scripting language, yeah. So see, what is the use of Terraform and all this? The infra as a code. You have created the infrastructure, right? You have created the VM, right? We have manually created the
yeah, yes,
VM from the portal, right? If you want to
yes.
automate that, how we can automate that? So you have to write the scripting, right? So
Okay.
the Terraform is used to automate the infra creation. So we'll see how we can create. So we have created AKB also, right? AKB, all the things till now we are creating it manually from the portal, right? We're just
Yes, yes.
logging into portal and all. We'll see how we can automate that process. So because we are more into a DevOps and all, right? So that is more about the automation and all. So hope you have got some idea, right? And tomorrow I'll
Yes,
explain you this one also, like how we can use the variable group, how we can pass the variable. So one thing we have seen that we can pass as a pipeline variable. So if you want to define as a variable group, how we can do that. Okay. So your half of the persons I have already covered. Okay, so please practice it. Hope you have find the useful, right? We are going
yeah.
accordingly
I
to our
need plan. Yeah, but I need to practice. Not getting time due to family issues.
okay, yeah, no, not an issue. I am telling you
Uh,
because see, I'm covering it from very basic, so that
okay.
is it taking time. Like so basic, and I am explaining each and everything. So I have covered it perfectly, the plan, then the build, then like a code and all, right? So I have explained you many things. Just try to make it. I'll upload the pipeline documentations here, okay? In this
Okay.
like the pipeline documentations here, I'll upload it here. In a study material, if you see that I have uploaded this the Azure repo, this one I have uploaded here. Azure repo is there. Na? The code part I have uploaded. Pipeline I'll upload. Notepad upload. Then I'll jump into infra as a code. We have a 4 5 important topic. And next, the infra as a code. That is Terraform Ansible is important. Again, Docker is there. Then AKS there. 4 is important topic. Then I'll explain the cloud and then monitoring. Then your course will be over. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so suppose I have almost 50% of a DevOps principle, basics, like a pipeline and all these things I have covered. Mm. Tomorrow we'll see like a one more session on the pipeline. Okay, post that we'll
Pipeline.
start with the Terraform.
Okay,
Okay,
sure.
so okay,
Thank you. Bye.
please practice and let me know if you have any doubt. Okay, so we can
Mm.
recover that. So thank you.
Okay. Sure. Bye.